even have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones. And this is the Talk Beat Jones, and I'm Billy Jones on the Talk Beat Jones. Family, today I wanted to start off showing you in this pandemic where we're going through, it's bad. It's bad. So some of us are going through an extra layer of protection, the shield and the mask. And I just took off my gloves. When I walk into the studio, I'm safe. But I'm on television and I want to show you what you need to be aware of, family. This second wave is hitting us and hitting us hard. I don't know where you are in the world, but in Detroit, everything is on blast. This is terrible. This is a terrible time for our health. They say a vaccine is coming. Are you going to be the one to take take this vaccine? Well, let me take the mask off. Let me take the mask off. But I want to let you know the different layers that you can go through in terms of trying to protect yourself. And that's what you must do, is go through the process of protecting yourself, because there are those there in our world who will not protect you. You have family and friends who will not protect you. You have folks who do not believe that the virus is real. And in their non-belief and living on the edge, and they come around you, well, you got to be careful with everybody, but they got to be careful, got to be careful, got to be careful. So let's take that precaution and let's live. Let's live to live. Once again, this is the Talk Beat Jones, and I am Billy E. Jones, and want to thank you for tuning in this morning. Make sure you share the program. I expect that we're going to have an outstanding program. Why? Because we are going to open up our telephone lines so that you can call and join us on the Talk Beat Jones show today. You're wondering, what is he going to talk about? Well, the Talk Beat Jones is just that. It's a talk. It's on your beat. It's wherever you are. The subject matters, it's like water. It flows. You know, we have a president that is refusing to do the right thing. Now, it depends on what side of the tracks you're on. The president is doing the right thing for him and his 70 million voters, family. 70 million voters. And let's get a clarity. Those 70 million voters are not all white folks. Those 70 million voters are not all racist, supremacists. No. There is a percentage of those folks are people who walk in the doors that look like you and I. And they are defending Trump's actions as we speak, right as I'm sitting here talking to you right now. And that's their right. So the clarity that we need to talk about is the fact that everyone is throwing out Trump is a racist, the supremacist, and everything. Okay. So what is the surprise? What is the surprise? So it's like to say, can you beat a dead horse? What, is he going to feel it? No. So what else can we do to show these other percentage of black folks that you are the people that is our Jangos? Yes. as I speak with my eyes looking at you, you are our Jangos. But we love you because, again, we all can repent and we can all learn. That's the way it works sometimes. Love cures all, love cures everything. And of course, a smile will help as well. I see we have someone. I don't have my usual system, so I'm going to go directly to the telephone line. We also want to talk about the process of, do you feel that you're going to be open to taking the vaccine? Caller, can you give me your first name and where you're calling from, please?
This is Mary of Oakland.
Hi, Mary of Oakland. I do want you to hold on for just a few moments, okay?
Of course.
Thank you. Okay. And I also want to take this time to thank all of the family members who reached out to me and expressed so much wonderful love and have been so much in favor of the style and the presentation of the Jones program here on Talkbeat. I'm really kind of amazed at the reception from around the world. And as we speak about around the world, that's the truth. It goes in this fashion. You can pick us up on the Roku, Amazon. You can pick us up on the WHPR, WHPS TV 33, cable channel 90, TV 151, 152, the Roku, the Fire Stick, the Amazon, the Facebook. Go to R.J. Watkins Watch Party. You can go to Billy Jones Watch Party and others. So all around the world, people are live streaming to do what? To get involved with the Talk Beat Jones, Billy Jones, and I appreciate and still continue to share. And I hope to have some wonderful information for you today. And let's go and let Mary Buggs from Oakland, California. Again, family is a talk show host from Soul Beat Television. And Mary is also an activist. And she is the consciousness. She has a consciousness about what's going on. Mary, can you do one thing?
What's that, dear?
Since I haven't seen you since 2000, what, 3, this is rough because I know you're not supposed to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Can you give me an idea about what is your age range?
I'm 80 years old.
You're 80 years old.
Going strong.
Going strong.
Still fire in the kitchen.
Still fire.
I gotcha.
Look out now. Fire in the kitchen. Okay. Whoa, boy, my mask almost came off. So, Mary,
yes.
What is your concern? You know, you were on television. What was your procedure when you were on television and talking to the community? And of course, folks, Soul Beat was one of the first stations actually doing the internet. Go right ahead, Mary.
Well, you were talking first about that virus. It's spiked here in California.
It has.
Yes, it has.
Can you give us a little understanding about what's happening in California there? We're talking out of Highland Park.
They have to roll back the businesses. They can't open unless they open outside.
Wait.
The schools have been put back.
Wait, you say the businesses can't open unless they open? You're talking about the restaurants and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. They have to have heaters outside because it's cold now.
Yes, I know. But
so it's people. What's wrong with you that you don't believe that this is happening? And why would you want to kill other people? Want to kill yourself? That's up to you. Please wake up. 70 million of you who voted for Trump, and I don't agree with Billy. I think you're the worst racist in town, in the world. And you ought to tell that so-called president of yours to move away, or he's going to be taken away. You think they're not going to get the Marine Corps or somebody to move him out of office? Think again. Everybody's not that kind. I don't hate you. I hate what you do. I hate what you do. And some of you are college graduates, but no common sense.
Well, let me ask
Okay,
you.
Billy.
No, no.
I'm
Let me
trying to
ask
be
you.
nice.
Now, let me ask you a question here. And this question is not just for Mary. This question is
Uh-huh.
for you, the family members in the medical business or in the healthcare field. There are adult healthcare facilities. There are
Right.
young folks facilities. These people, our family members, have different mental issues.
Right.
We have situations where people have had to be hospitalized for mental issues, and they come out and they're fine as such. We have folks who have been in prison for many years, and they come out and they're fine, and they have their own mental issues. We have people who have been brought up in an abusive situation, and they appear to be fine, and they have their opinions. What I'm getting at is that we have folks who, because of whatever their circumstances may be, may not think like you just because they are black. They don't think like you. They do not feel the same as you about things. And that's why I say, out of those 70 million folks, family, we can't simply say all of those folks are racist. They are not racist. They have a belief system just like you have a belief system. And
Well,
it's
not
like,
everybody who black likes black people.
okay,
Okay? I agree with you with that. And
hmm
that's sad. That's really sad.
okay,
But people getting shot in the back and every other thing.
okay.
And you sitting up there voting for Trump.
Who's sitting there voting for Trump?
I'm talking to you about you want to talk about black folks? Sure.
Yeah, but
It's a whole lot of killings going on here in Oakland. Black against black. That's insane.
but
We got
how
to learn to love each other.
but how is that being voted, being blamed on Trump?
Are you saying we can't blame him on how this virus is going? We can't do anything, blame Trump for anything with his racist and incendiary talk
I was
against other people.
we were separating when you talk about us folks, black folks shooting us folks, and you put that with Trump, and I'm saying that's not equate. That doesn't
No,
equate.
he's done his dirt. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
And people, please call the White House. Tell him to move on out. Get out. That's all I got to say, Billy.
Do you know that when he moves out, he still has 70 million followers?
That's I practically think about him every day.
Hmm.
I think about them every day.
You think about them every day, and what do you think?
Yeah, the 70, because one of them might be president one day.
That is now you say
I think about those people.
you
And
should.
some of them want a civil war.
You should, because again, it's not over. Things are still
No,
being
it's not over.
things are being planned as we speak right now
That's right.
for 4 years from now by that
Yeah,
party.
okay, let's put it this way. He's got 300 federal judges he appointed. He's got half of the Supreme Court. He got what he's wanted. Let's put it where it's at. We understand that.
Okay.
Biden needs to appoint 301 or something, you know.
He needs
I
to.
know what he's doing, and maybe other people don't.
What is he?
Because I watch him, and I'm telling Biden to watch him very carefully.
Okay.
They won't even give Trump and his followers won't even give Biden a chance at transition money.
Well,
That's insanity.
did Biden?
And
Biden states.
And our adversaries are just looking and laughing. That's all. Our enemies.
Okay, hold on a moment. Hold on a moment.
All right.
When you say about our adversaries, let us understand that President Trump has not attended a security briefing since October the 2nd. Since October the 2nd, the President of the United States has not attended a security briefing since October the 2nd. And so what does that indicate to you? What could he be allowing to be set up, or what is he setting up?
Lord, I'm going to tell you. You tell me, because I'd rather not even think about it, what he might be setting up. I mean, he wants to be a dictator. Let's understand. He wants to be dictator Trump.
Okay. All right.
I've never heard of have you ever heard of anything like this?
Yes, I have.
Who did it?
You know, we had a president that served 3 or 4 terms in the United States of America.
Who are you talking about? Roosevelt?
Is that the one? I'm asking the question.
No, I was crazy about Roosevelt. He did a lot of great things.
So you were okay with him serving the 3 to 4 terms, correct?
Oh, he could have served 20, 40 years as far
so
as
that is the feeling that Trump's folks have for him.
They don't feel.
The only thing that is not present is they don't have a country that they all can fly to, like Jim Jones took his folks to Guyana.
That's right.
That's the only difference. Trump has been elevated to almost a god-like status with his folks. I've been listening to, all you got to do is listen to different radio stations, black and white, and you hear what his people are saying, not just the radio host, but the call-in folks. They'll let you know what they feel about Trump and how that is their guy, and that's going to be their guy, and it's not over with, and the election is going to be overturned because Trump has won in their mind and their heart because, again, if you keep putting it out there long enough, the people will believe it. Trump understands that, and that's why he always have his sayings for his crowd, for them to pick up on, and it goes on, and other folks pick up on it, and it's law.
But my point is they impose on other people. God help us. You take care of yourself, Billy, and happy Veterans Day.
Okay, bye. Family, we're going to prepare to go to a commercial break in a couple of minutes here, and we'll be back with you. But switching real nicely here, we have our local politics in Detroit. We have folks talking about the mayor's race. We have folks talking about what is going on in America out of Detroit. Things that are happening that could be interesting to you. The telephone numbers to call will be on the screen shortly, and we're going to go to that commercial break, and I will come back and talk with you on the Talk Beat Jones. I am Billy E. Jones, and I want to thank again all the folks that have been so wonderful, so nice, giving me all the wonderful kudos, and I want to let you know love is back at you. All right. We'll take time now.
African East. We have an array of products to assist you in all your beauty or body needs. Do you want curly, soft, beautiful hair? Well, try our Relaxer line, designed to leave your hair soft, silky, and full of body. Or would you like beautiful, straight, shiny, long-lasting hair? Well, try our Cherry or Extreme Hold Spritz with our Cream Shine. It's guaranteed to give you that look you want. How about dry, achy feet or legs that you can't seem to keep moisturized? Well, try our African Shea Butter Foot Lotion. We have many products to help you with all phases of your beauty and body needs. For a full list of all our products, please visit our website at www.aeasysilk.com or call us at 313-277-2319.
Hi, this is LaWanda.
This is R.J. Watkins.
Coming to you to bring you some information about the #1 detox in the nation, Lemon Burn. Lemon Burn helps to turn the fat into fit. It's for you, a happier, healthier you, because you know healthy is the new beautiful. An all-natural way to improve your health. It promotes a healthy digestive system, attacks and reduces belly fat, as well as gives you energy. And to get yours today, call 313-868-6612.
Don't forget to exercise and eat right.
We at Watkins Broadcasting care about the health and safety of our viewers and listeners. During this novel coronavirus pandemic, please protect yourself and others. Wash your hands well and often. Avoid touching your face. cough and sneeze into your sleeve. Practice social distancing. Stay at least 6 feet away from others when in public and only leave the house when it's essential. Stay safe. You are important to us.
You wouldn't have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones and Once again, this is the Talk Beat Jones. I am Billy E. Jones. Remember, you can call in. Those telephone numbers to call is 313-868-4336. Once again, I give the numbers out twice. 313-868-4336. Also, once again, 313-868-0342. 313-868-0342 and 313-0351. 313-868-0351. And folks was questioning, why do I read the numbers when they're on the screen? It's because there are folks who have problems seeing, and it's easier for them to hear the numbers and jot it down. But once again, let's go to telephone lines. I see I have a caller. I don't have any idea who this may be, so I'm going to ask you your first name and where you're calling from and what's your question or statement, please.
Good morning, Billy Jones. This is Mary Barber from East Oakland, California.
From East? No, this is not Mary Barber. This is Evangelist Mary Barber.
Yes, it is.
Okay, well, let's come on. Let's do it. Let's do it the right way now. You've got to come on and help me because my scheduling is all off. Who are you, what you are, and what you're about, please?
Yes, sir. This is Evangelist Mary Barber from Oakland, California. And I am a prayer intercessor, a spiritual guide, a faith-based counselor, and a life coach. And I'm about helping people, helping God's children in all of these areas of their life.
So
I am an ordained minister. I'm currently serving at Center of Hope Community Church, and I offer my services safely through virtual counseling, the virtual sessions.
So that means that from wherever I am located, I can call you and do what?
And we can talk. We can talk via social media. We could talk YouTube. We could talk Google Meet. We can talk whatever access you have. We could talk video, or we could talk just over the phone. And I offer services. I listen and I find out what's going on with you. And basically, Billy, the person pretty much knows what they need.
Yes, yes.
You'll hear a person say, I should be doing this, or I need to do that, but I have not been doing it. Anybody that tells you about a problem that they have, they know what they should be doing and what they shouldn't do. And you just really basically allow the person to talk out what's going on, and you are a listening ear, and they can really feel the sincerity, and you kind of guide them along the word with the word of God.
So as I was having a personal family crisis, and we talked, and you guided me back into wholeness. We spent about an hour, and when it was all said and done, when I was on the cusp of tears, you put me with a big smile and faith and conviction that everything is going to be all right, Billy. And it did. Yeah. I called you that night or the next morning and said, hey, Evangelist, everything turned out just the way you said it would. You gave me the reasonings, the whys. I listened, I acted, and my life, like a snap of the finger, well, it took about another 5 hours, but it turned out to be wonderful. And I thank you very much, Evangelist Mary Barbara.
You are so welcome.
Mm-hmm.
You are so welcome. That's what I love to do.
Now,
I love to. Yeah.
now in these times, that with this COVID and with this strife of racial divide, whites against blacks against blacks, and other groups, we also have a group that folks don't speak on who are very, very competitive folks, and that is the Latino Hispanic population. And we talk about the population in the United States of America. I'm not sure if the Hispanic population is now the number 2 population in America, or are we still hanging in at 13, 14%? But they are projected to be the number 2, number two racial makeup group very, very soon. And if anybody's ever watched them work and get a position, they take care of each other. They hire each other. If there's a group of 8, 9 folks working in certain situations, you can best believe there's going to be 6, 7, potentially all 8 will be of that racial group. Is that correct somewhat?
Yes, it is.
So us folks, I listen to the radio and the televisions, and I hear us speaking and doing that downing on us as a class of people. We highlight our issues, we highlight our situations, and we're consistently putting out the negativity for other folks to jump on it, and we wonder, why do they ask and say these things about black folks? I've listened to radio stations that are now allowing folks to simply come on and cut each other down and just be a gossip system, and they call it radio talk. It is not. So what would you do? What are you thinking that we need to go about with this racial strife, with this uncertainty about our health, and but still trying to move forward? What do you look at the mental complexities of what we're dealing with just as a whole? How can we find a system that's going to help us heal mentally, do you feel?
Well, Billy, you first of all, it's like you are a person that's asking the question, who wants to heal? We have a lot of people out there who don't want to heal. And what I suggest is that, number one, we do start or keep a very close relationship with our Maker, with our Creator, and that we continue to ask Him to show us and to help us not to become one of those, because these things come from the inside. Pray for peace and then stay out the way of that, because the more you get involved in it, the more you are around rage or around something like that, it causes it to get jump off on you. I don't know if you ever saw the movie God Fallen by Denzel Washington, and that demon would jump off in any open vessel, and they would sing the song "Time Is on My Side." But that devil's name is Azazel. The Azazel is a real demon, and that's why when you hear people arguing and one person says something, and they say "F you," and then before you know it, the other person will say, "Well, F you," and they're ready to go. That's what's jumping off back and forth, not necessarily inside, but just back and forth. It's in the air, because we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against spirits and principalities in high places, and that's what that is, where you get around that. And so it's good to start putting your mind on something else, something positive. The Bible says,
but wait, Mary, but wait. See, now we are going through the actuality of what the people are going through right now.
Yes.
We're fragmented. We are fragmented. I'm asking the question. We're fragmented.
Okay.
If I had the ability to have the vision to know I need to just relax and go to the Bible or whatever, that's not where I'm at. That's not where I'm at.
I'm not trying to go to the.
No, hold on. Let me speak and I'll give it
Okay.
to you. What I'm
Yes.
speaking of is the people that are on the streets having
Mhm.
no place to go. We're talking
Yes.
about the husband or the man in the home who has lost his position of power in his mind because he doesn't have his job anymore. He looks at his
Yes.
children, he can't provide for his children. He looks at his
Yes.
lady and he can't really give her the support that he wants to give to her. And he's always
Yes.
been strong. Now, where is his mind? We're talking about that woman who has had that man to be supportive of her, help take care of those children while they are building their lives together. That's no
Mhm.
longer there as such. We're talking about the folks that are out there saying, I can't see my grandchild. I'm
Mhm.
wanting to be with my grandchild. I can't see my grandchild. My heart is hurting.
Mhm.
My mind is going. I
Mhm.
have folks out there who are worried about what happens if Donald Trump actually comes back for another 4 years and this election is overturned. I have
Mhm.
people who don't
Mhm.
love themselves, who want to take themselves out right now. All of those particulars, all of
Yeah,
those
a lot of that's
particulars,
going on. Mhm.
okay? Help me now. Help me, Mary. Evangelist, help me.
Billy, their hope is in God. That's where they're gonna find their peace because those are a lot of things going on, and sometimes it's more than one on each person. Sometimes you can take that one man and still see, especially if you take a black man and he's lost his job, about to lose his home. And God is God that has the answer to those questions. And you have to, that's where your peace comes from. It comes from God. He
Now,
gives you the peace that surpasses all understanding.
but with all of these
He gives
church,
you
but
that
with
peace.
all of these churches, etc.,
Hmm.
and we speak that, and I'm with you. I'm just trying to give you something to look at and the world to listen to. Go with me on this. What
Hmm.
about those folks who are not involved with God, who are still having to have psychological problems, psychiatric problems, etc., but they do not have a communication, a feeling, a touch, arms around them from God? What do we do with
Yes.
those people? That's who I'm asking you to talk with.
Billy, we act as the arms of God and the legs of God, and we reach out and we touch them and we pray for them
Hold on, caller.
and we continue to help them.
Hold on, just a minute, Mary. Don't go. My system is down, so I got to do it a little bit different. Caller, would you please hold? I have to bring you on, so I can't do it the other way. Would you please hold? Oh, caller left. Okay. I guess they want to see if they could get in. Go right ahead, Mary. Evangelist, go right ahead, please.
Billy, those who are the children of God,
Mm-hmm.
the church, we are supposed to reach out to them. We are. It's our duty. It's our God given assignment to be the arms and legs, the heart of God. That's what he says. If you will know that you are my disciples if you have love one for another. God said, if you don't feed me, come see me when I'm in prison, in the hospital, clothe me. Lord, we did do this to you. No, you didn't do it to the least of mine. God is concerned about everybody. That's why he died for everybody.
But how do we get
And we
that?
have to
But
reach out.
how? But how again? But how again? For those folks who do not have a connection with God, would you say where can they turn to, and they do not turn to the church? Initially, is what I'm speaking of. Initially, can that person who is curious, who is somewhat lost but curious, seeking help, but is not wanting to say, I am submissive to the biblical state of mind that is traditionally going into the church? Is there another way that I can be touched and I can be helped and I can be saved? Is there a way that through you, those persons can be potentially introduced to the healing of God?
Absolutely. That's why I'm on Facebook.
Well, tell me,
Absolutely. That's why I'm on Facebook. That's why I started my live. That's why I started posting my prayers. And my business number is up there.
you what?
My business number, which I need to get it out.
Well, let's get it out.
Okay, it's 510-560-4306.
Do that again, please.
510-560-4306.
So we won't put any type of label on what type of help a person may need because they won't really know until they call that number. Is that right?
I won't know, right, until I start talking to them, because sometimes you think you need one thing and you end up finding out that you really already have that, but that you need another.
And is this a situation where I can potentially develop a relationship? Because mental issues is not something that you cure or you purify all in one session, all in one time. That's why people say, okay, I got to go back to my therapist next week or again this week.
Right.
How does that work with you?
Billy, I have a team set up. I do have a mental therapist on hand, Naomi Burks, and I will refer them to her. And yes, no, they don't work with one time. These problems dig down deep. They're like trying to root up a tree, and you can't just take it down to the stump. A lot of times people are taking things down to the stump, but you got to take that thing and root it up. And a lot of times, Billy, I'm going to tell you, the whole problem is unforgiveness.
I'm sorry.
Unforgiveness starts a lot of stuff.
You say unforgiveness?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Unforgiveness, because you get resentment from that. You get anger from that. You build walls up from that. You don't speak because of that. And every time you think of whatever it is, it starts building up more and more and more resentment. And a lot of stuff builds on top of that. And then before you know it, you have walls built around you. And then you start becoming physically ill.
Now,
wherever the weakest part of your body is, it starts getting really affected behind unforgiveness. You start hating, and you don't even know that's what it is, because it started off with somebody doing you wrong.
And you're saying that because that person who was done wrong cannot forgive, then they're carrying that in their heart?
Yes, and then a lot of times the person they were waiting for it. It was a loved one who hurt them and misused them in some kind of way, and they're waiting for that person to say I'm sorry, and it never happens. And while it never happens, they're holding it. It could be a mother that hurt them or that left them, or a father that did the same, or they were molested by somebody in their family as a child and abused, and they thought somebody was going to help. It's a lot of people that's really dealing with that, and they're still wanting an apology. And some of these people are dead and sleeping in their grave and are unable to apologize, and they're not going to get it in this world because they're gone, but they still are seeking it. And this is why the gift of forgiveness is within each one of us, to be able to forgive and to set ourselves free and to move on, start rebuilding.
Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Malik, if you're watching, Malik, I really would like for you to call, because I want to know the after-election thoughts from you, Mr. Malik Shabazz. If you're watching, please call in. My lines are open for you, sir. Please go right ahead, Mary Evangelist.
Yes. And so, like I said, people are looking for that. A lot of people I've talked to, they're looking for that. They're like, and this person hurt me, and they won't apologize. And the other person has moved on. They forgot what they did. Because sometimes it's their way of life. They're just a rude person. They haven't grown into consideration for the next person, and they have offended this person, seeing this person over and over if they're still living and acting like it's nothing.
Now, so
this type
of pain to the different people mentally causes mental illness, mental issues, Because unlike brutality in which someone just jumped on a person in the streets and beat them up, or the cops doing what they're doing, this is ongoing because it don't stop. It's something that's behind the
It don't.
doors potentially, and it's ongoing. Is that what you're saying? Somewhat.
I'm saying. I'm saying that. It can't. Yes. In most cases, it is. In most cases, people aren't taught to forgive. In most cases, people are taught to get revenge. In most cases, people are taught to stand up for themselves. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't stand up for yourselves. You should. But I'm saying that unforgiveness is a prison. And like a caged bird, they don't know that they're caged. You can set them free, and they won't. Some of them won't fly if they've been caged all of their lives. So if you've been taught all of your life to not forgive, and if you haven't been taught that the gift of forgiveness is freeing yourself up, that you're not carrying around the offense, you're not carrying around what somebody did to you. Say somebody was molested and they hate the person who molested them, and they resent the molestation, or they love the person. How about that? And they're trying to figure out why that person won't apologize, and whether they're dealing with them, or they're alive, or whether they're dead. They're constantly carrying that. They're carrying the offense that wounded them, so they're digging deeper, and deeper,
Okay,
and then they're pouring salt
okay.
in the wound.
Okay. Now we're going to prepare again to take that commercial break. And
Okay.
family, once again, if you want to jump in, talk, even ask questions, you can call the numbers. You see them on the screen. And for those who can't see, the number is 313-868-4336, 313-868-0342, 313-868-0351. And I know everyone enjoys listening because we have wonderful subjects and great people that's bringing you this information. However, if you ever choose that you want to jump in and give your interpretation or whatever it is that you want to switch over to, you're always welcome to do that. And family, know, everyone who knows Billy Jones, all my history, will tell you, Billy Jones do not talk religion on the air. I do not talk religion on the air. What I am doing is introducing you during these perilous times, these times that are meant that we're having all of these issues, all of these mental problems that are going on, hurtfulness, people that are wanting now to leave the world, not because they're sick physically, but because their mind is working so terrible terrible onto them, hurting them, painful, and they want to leave. They want to leave. They need someone that can help them, can talk to them, can give them a bridge over these troubled waters. So, family, I'm introducing you on this show to Evangelist Mary Buggs. No!
Barbara.
I did that. I want to see, because I was thinking.
That's
I
okay.
always called Mary Buggs Mary Barber.
Yes.
Right? Now, for those who are listening, they caught that. You caught it. Evangelist Mary Barber. My spiritual advisor, y'all. We're going to get ready to take the commercial break. And Evangelist, would you please hold on, and we'll come back?
Absolutely.
Okay? So, family, once again, if you want to call, you got something that you want to add to, or questions that you want to ask, my lines will be open. I am Billy E. Jones. This is Talk B. Jones. We're on the air every Wednesday at 10 a.m. And, of course, on the West Coast, that's 7 a.m., kind of early, y'all. But anyway, stay right there. We'll be back.
African Ease. We have an array of products to assist you in all your beauty or body needs. Do you want curly, soft, beautiful hair? Well, try our Relaxation line, designed to leave your hair soft, silky, and full of body. Or would you like beautiful, straight, shiny, long-lasting hair? Well, try our Cherry or Extreme Hold Spritz with our Cream Shine. It's guaranteed to give you that look you want. How about dry, achy feet or legs that you can't seem to keep moisturized? Well, try our African Shea Butter Foot Lotion. We have many products to help you with all phases of your beauty and body needs. For a full list of all our products, please visit our website at www.aeasysilk.com or call us at 313-277-2319.
Hi, this is Lawanda,
This is R.J. Watkins.
coming to you to bring you some information about the #1 detox in the nation, Lemon Burn. Lemon Burn helps to turn the fat into fit. It's for you, a happier, healthier you, because you know healthy is the new beautiful. An all-natural way to improve your health. It promotes a healthy digestive system, attacks and reduces belly fat, as well as gives you energy. Need to get yours today. Call 313-868-6612.
Don't forget to exercise and eat right.
We at Watkins Broadcasting care about the health and safety of our viewers and listeners. During this novel coronavirus pandemic, please protect yourself and others. Wash your hands well and often. Avoid touching your face. Cough and sneeze into your sleeve. Practice social distancing. Stay at least 6 feet away from others when in public and only leave the house when it's essential. Stay safe. You are important to us.
You wouldn't have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones. And hey, we're back with the Talk Beat Jones, and I am Billy E. Jones. And again, family, continue to share the program. We really, really, really appreciate what you're doing and how you're doing it. We have time to go back to Evangelist. Is that you, bro? Oh, man, it's my bro. My man, Brother Willie Cool and the Freeze. All right. We're doing it live. Yes, we're doing it live. We're coming out of Highland Park, Detroit, in Michigan, at the Watkins Broadcasting Studios. Hello, can I get your first name, your conversation, and where you're calling from, please? Real quickly, I only have about 8 minutes, please.
My name is Leo Brazil.
Leo Brazil. Okay, Leo, we don't have much time, so here's what really quickly. You did something last week. I was being facetious. We was talking about the judges that Trump had appointed, and I was talking about that, oh, he's gonna make all these lawsuits, and the judge is gonna just do what he wanted them to do. And you were saying, nope, it don't work that way. And I was saying, oh yeah, but you know the lawyers, you said you're a lawyer, and I said, yeah, but lawyers could lose too. He's gonna get his way. And what did you tell me, Leo?
No, lawyers have reputations, and they don't want to be put in history as being damn fools. You look at Justice Taney in the Dred Scott case when he said no black man has any rights that a white man is bound to respect. That's one of the first cases that law students laugh at in law school, saying, you say something stupid and it'll follow you for the rest of your life. So Trump has been a damn fool.
Don't
They
cuss.
got their
Hey, don't.
appointments, and they're going to not go along with that foolishness.
Okay. And what about the judges in terms of them rendering decisions and taking on those suits and saying we can move forward with it like Mr. Barr has done?
Because he has a right to have his day in court. But his day in court comes in and it only lasts 5 minutes because they say, we read your briefs and you're talking nonsense, case dismissed. And if they don't, they appeal it to the next level, and then he gets to the final level and it's over.
So as we are being all shook up, I'm all shook up, with all of these, with all these lawsuits being filed, should the American citizens really, really be taken for this tail in the muffler?
No, don't even worry about this, man. They're gonna throw that man out on the 20th if he's not moved out of that White House on the 20th. So he can kill him. He's still the president, so he can't stop being president. So he's going to use this time making a fool of himself, as he's done for 4 years. I'm just wondering why it took America all this time to see that this man was a damn fool. But God wanted us to see that there are 70 million fools among us living with us in America this day who are not our friends.
Now, how do you see this man, knowing that he has 70 million people in his hip pocket to work with moving forward.
What would you do? What would you do if you had 70 million viewers? If you had 70 million Billy Jones fans, you're gonna play them till you milk them, right? Milk them.
I'm
When
going to
he
get
gets
what
out of office, he's still gonna have a voice, and they're gonna listen to it.
would you repeat what you just, wait, and I want you to take a moment and elaborate, sir. When you say when he comes out of office with 70 million people, he's going to have a voice and he's going to do what?
He's gonna milk it. He's gonna use it for sell steaks or, Trump University. The same thing he was doing before.
I don't think so. I would like to elaborate and have you help me. Trump with 70,000, knowing that he has 70 million votes or people, becomes a controlled exchange agent. He can place people in places of power because he can guarantee them his people's votes.
Right.
Now the Republican Party recognizes that it was not the party, because the party itself did well in the election process. However, they know that it is Trump who got all of the people got all of these folks who are following him, so he can walk away from the Republican Party with his 70 million people and establish whatever power base that he wants to have.
He had a power base of 30% going in. That's why they were scared of him for all these years. They would not run against him wouldn't turn against him because he could stick that 30% on him in the Republican primary and knock him out.
So what power do he have with having 70 million folks that his base know these are our people?
What power is he has the same power that you have. You got a chance to talk to an audience and convince them to do whatever you want to do in a local election, maybe, say for mayor or governor or district attorney in some state.
If his base of people grew by 10 to 15% from 4 years ago, from up to 70 million, was 50, 60 million last time. In 4 years, with him having all of his billionaire folks, and you see the games and the gimmicks that they're pulling, and they're not through at this point, do you feel that his base will continue to grow?
Of course, because he's a white supremacist, and white supremacy is the order of the day. It's the caste system that Isabel Wilkerson told us about in America. And everybody that wants to maintain white supremacy are going to be on that team.
And so what does that mean for us moving forward?
It means that we as Democrats, so-called, if we start fighting each other, which they're going to start us to fighting each other, and make the Democrats a divided party, progressives against moderates and all the other craziness, and then they're going to stick together like they do. I told you all along, Democrats have to fall in love. Republicans fall in line.
Like that. What about all of these black groups and black folks who felt they had power and felt they had a strong connection with the black folks getting out and voting? Now they're wanting to hold Biden, the president-elect, and the Vice President Kamala Harris, and saying that they must be accountable to them.
Right.
They must follow what they want them to do. How do you feel about that?
Well, of course, that's what it's all about. You vote for somebody, you expect a return on your investment. Now, the question is black community is not united. They're going to keep us fighting against each other, moderates against blacks, lights against white, dark skin against light. The whole Willie syndrome. Unless we get together as a people to say what it is that we demand and agree upon. Now, my demand is for reparations. Now, there might be some of y'all out there scared of the idea of reparation. That is, the federal government passing a bond issue for about $75 trillion and over a 20-year period, and have Congress allocate that money to us as we agree by regions, whether the people in Milwaukee want the same thing that Detroit want, or the people in Detroit want the same thing as Philadelphia want, or the people in Philadelphia want the same thing in Atlanta. It depends. Whatever we want, have that money available for us to allocate our programs. Rebuild Detroit.
What about organizing? We have all of these groups again that have not come together. They're still doing a separate pat on the back. They're not talking about how they can unite.
That's what I just said.
That's what. Yeah, I'm just going along
That's
with
what
what
we
you're
got to
saying.
do. That's what we got to do is sit down and start talking to each other and get our agenda together.
Now,
Instead of saying, oh, it ain't going to happen and nothing's going to be done and we're too divided and everything, all of that we know is true. So let's sit down and get this thing together. And I love the fact that all these black women are the mayors of these cities, and women have a better chance to sit down and pulling us together and be our mothers and make us talk instead of brothers with all that bravado and negative nonsense that we've been talking with all this misogyny and male toxicity and everything else. Let's listen to these women. Let them lead.
wow. Now that's a difference, Mr. Leo Brazil, because you know you're going to get a lot of kickback from men saying, "What? Me let the woman lead?"
There you go. There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
And you know they said that it was the black women that voted for Trump, and that there was a percentage of black men that did vote for Trump.
Just like Trump has his 30% base that took over the Republican Party, we always have had the base of the Democratic Party has always been black women. They have always been the loyal soldiers there. You could count on them. That's how Jones won down there in Alabama at the last minute, you know. And he getting ready to be the Attorney General or something now that he's out of the Senate in Mississippi, but in Alabama. So, you know, let the black women lead. The mayor of San Francisco is black. The mayor of Philadelphia is a black brother who just took over. You know, come on now.
Let me give to the black women of America all around, but the black women of America, let me give them the Tommy Smith, John Carlos Olympic salute. The true fist extended in the air. This is the real Tommy Smith, John Carlos Olympic salute to black unity, y'all. Thank you. All right, Mr. Leo Brazil. Yes. I got to hook you up earlier next week. I'm sorry, bro. Like I said, my phone system was not the telephone system. It was my phone system that I messed up.
Right. You got to remember, it's early in the morning here in California, and I'm a senior citizen, man, and it's hard for me to be talking about waking up. I haven't had to wake up for the last 15 years being retired.
All right, Mr. Leo. I'll see you next week. Thank you, bro.
All right.
Evangelist, give me your telephone number one more time. It's Evangelist Mary Barber.
It's 510.
Wait a minute. I couldn't hear you. Real quick.
510-560-4306.
Thank you very much. Family, I appreciate you and talk with you hopefully soon. Family, I want to let you know this has been the Talk Beat Jones. I am Billy Jones. Remember, we're on the air every Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 11. Have a wonderful time. We bless you with love. Bye now. You wouldn't have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones, and